always wrong.
Greetings, peoples of the interwebs. So this is not a podcast. This is an intervention for Dave because he doesn't like fun.
Yeah, Dave has a severe addiction to an anti-addiction to fun.
Yeah, he did not like Deadpool.
A severe addiction to an anti-addiction.
Yeah, he has an addiction.
It's not Jane's.
But before we get into
Wish it was.
the bashing and swearing,
Wish this
and
movie was as good as Jane's Addiction.
okay,
It won't be long.
elaborate.
It was actually somewhat similar to the most recent album,
We're going to be bashing Dave soon.
but that was better.
Elaborate
It had some highlights for sure.
elaborate to the viewers on why you didn't like the Deadpool movie, Dave. So that way they might rally towards you. But
Might need a real
probably
drink
not.
for this.
Yeah, man, it really- you can hear that it's water. It had some great flavoring in it.
Some what?
Provided by
Some
Jake,
purple shit.
but, yeah.
Silent G, what?
What?
Anyways, elaborate why you didn't like Deadpool and why you don't like fun.
Where do I start? I feel like these are somewhat unrelated, but... Okay, well, the humor, I guess, just didn't really land with me. And, well, I don't... A positive thing, I guess I could... They tried. I'll give them that. Like,
They didn't try, they did.
you might be surprised to hear me
It
say
exists.
this, but I think it was the best Deadpool movie that they've ever made.
So you hate it less than Origins Wolverine?
Of course. I mean,
Okay.
I can give
By
it
how
that.
much,
I mean,
though, on a
yeah.
scale? How close is that Deadpool and this Deadpool?
Well, I mean, it was a lot more accurate to the comics in that respect.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't as bad as Origins.
Okay. We got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys can have that.
That was the big, point one.
Well, I assumed you didn't hate it that much. Like, I know you hate fun, but
Well, yeah,
Being a
movie's
big
awful.
fan of
Even
the
the-
specifically Daniel Way run
Yes.
on a series, so I think really made... Because even before the movie was, like, announced, you saw Deadpool merchandise and stuff,
yeah.
like, everywhere.
He was already gaining
And that
that
iteration
cult
of the character
following.
is like... That's what, Daniel Way is kind of the guy that
yeah.
made Deadpool what he is in a lot of ways. But I just feel like they were trying too hard for that. It was kind of like, as when we talked about it before, I thought it was more similar to the more recent Brian Posehn. Yes, that Brian Posehn.
Boo.
Jerry. Is it Jerry Duggan?
I think so.
Dugan?
I believe so.
Jeffrey Duggan. Run on
Jeffrey
it. Where it's
Dean
like,
Duggan.
their first story arc was good. I liked Dead Presidents. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like the art. I like the artwork, at least until they switched over. But
Someone who was horrible.
at some point, but anyway, and that didn't seem to last very long. But
Yeah.
and kind of like, they put some effort. It was a noble effort, but it just kind of didn't work. And we can kind of nitpick and tear. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that you saw in the commercial. And the movie kind of just starts like with the test footage. And I know that was kind of the whole reason the movie got made. It's like I've kind of seen this like 5,000 times already.
But I really liked the opening credits, though, where like it was just kind of like this movie's produced by Asshats, starring.
Then how do you
know,
know who those were?
Yeah, like I thought that was like really, really funny and kind of clever. Like instead of doing like normal credits, where it's like starring, blah blah blah, directed by. I really
don't
like that.
really have strong feelings about that part. But
Again, you don't like fun, Dave. That's why.
Well, Dave hated Pacific Rim.
That's true.
terrible
That's
movie.
And as we've already noted,
And maybe if Charlie Hunnam played Deadpool instead
Oh.
of Ryan Reynolds.
well, your favorite film is Schindler's List, so and
For different
Osmosis
reasons.
Jones.
Yeah.
So that gives the listeners kind of
It's more fun than Schindler's List.
so
but okay.
two very similar films, but just to give the
Fuck you,
the
Dave.
listeners
Fuck you.
where you're coming from.
My range.
Your comedy is Osmosis.
He hates Pulp Fiction, by the way.
Never said I hated Pulp Fiction.
Yes, you do.
But okay, as far as the humor goes, I think like when me, Reverend Spaceman, and Jordan, we all saw it. We were laughing our asses off.
Yeah.
because it was funny.
Because you're children.
We had a good crowd, too.
It's Deadpool. Do you expect like great, clever, like intelligent humor?
I didn't
You wanted the
expect
darkness like of a
not
daredevil.
silliness, but like, I mean, it can be silly, but in a smart way. Like an Arrested Development.
Sure,
for
yeah, it
instance.
can do that, but I thought it was perfectly fine.
It's
That's
the
what
humor that I appreciate.
It's what I
more.
expected
And
from
I
a
thought it was just
Deadpool
kind of
movie.
like, yeah, I get it. That it's kind of like it was just like, hey, we got an R rating, so let's just do it. But there was no reason behind it. It was just like, let's just do all this stuff.
No reason behind
because
an R rating?
Because we what? No, because there was no purpose to it. Like, it didn't help it. It was just like, let's just put all this stuff in there because we can. It was superfluous.
What'd you think of the romance throughout the film?
I like Marina Baccarin's character, and she was underdeveloped, which was a discredit.
She's
to
always
her
sleeping around in every performance she's in,
as an
though,
actress,
by the way.
yeah, just based on that first episode of Homeland.
Yeah. She's
I didn't
typecast.
mind it, but
Yeah, I thought it's like, again, me,
Yeah.
Jordan, and Reverend
Yeah,
Spaceman,
yeah,
we all
I mean,
agreed it was one of the
Hollywood
better.
needs to get
I love how
past
they
this
did each
thing of,
holiday.
like,
Yeah.
the princess in danger,
Damsel in distress.
damsel in distress thing, and give some female characters a chance. Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag ScarJo.
Yeah. Hashtag Black Widow movie.
But again, you need to like really sell the viewers on why you like
It's
the
just an
movie.
opinion.
But most people like,
Because you're in the minority.
yeah,
It's
you
it's
really
gotten
are.
a lot of positive acclaim.
Like
It hasn't
even,
made that much money.
and you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, it's
I don't think that many people have seen it.
I think it might actually be
It's an
the
obscure
records.
comic book film.
I think it-
they don't make a lot of those, and they don't tend to do well in the box office.
I think it might actually beat the R-rated record set by Mel Gibson Hates the Jews. Or whatever that movie was called.
Sugar tits.
Yeah. Mad Max something.
But like I mean, it made like over 100 million
And you
opening
could
weekend.
definitely tell
It's
what
close
a
to
small
that.
budget it was.
Yeah, but it worked.
I
You didn't
wouldn't want
need
it to have a
you
big
did
budget.
yeah, you don't need a huge budget for Deadpool. And again, like they even
It
point
could have
out,
helped.
sure, but they point out
A
that
little
they
more
were on a
rating,
low
but,
budget in the
I don't
movies.
want,
That way,
I don't want a massive scale in a Deadpool movie.
yeah.
Deadpool doesn't need to save the world.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean he has to be doing Avengers type stuff.
That's what's gonna happen if you
Also,
get
a
big
bigger budget doesn't also mean better quality. I mean, look at Fantastic Four. That was on like 120 million. That movie was garbage.
No, not necessarily, but I don't know. It could have helped with sort of the epicness of the end. There was really no epicness, and I felt the villain was kind of very generic and sort of underdeveloped too.
I think
'Cause he
he
was
was
just
great.
like, I'm a bad. And
He
the whole
was-
Weapon X thing was like, they didn't even really say it was Weapon X, did they?
They didn't
It's
write
kinda like,
the name, but it's kind of
We're an evil
probably.
organization.
They didn't say miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that? First of all,
I was expecting a Caitlyn Jenner cameo.
that would have improved it. I had a hateful thought. Hold on.
How many?
Yeah,
8?
but well, here's a big issue too. Why was Wade like just as Deadpool-y as Deadpool? Like the whole thing, why he kind of got that way is because of how the chemicals and whatnot, or all that stuff, did to his mind. Like why Wade should have been different from. Like, he wasn't. He shouldn't have been that.
I just feel like
Crazy
as a
before.
narrative, it's easier to have.
Taking the easy way out isn't always the way to go.
No, I'm just like, sure, I'll agree, but for like your general
Dang it,
audience,
Dave, you're starting to convince me.
Your general like audience
I
who
knew
are
logic always
not very
wins.
smart, it's just easier to be like, the only difference is he can like regenerate, and
Well, there's no journey.
Well-
There's no journey there.
Well, I noticed
whether it's positive or negative, like there's no.
I noticed a pretty distinct difference between Wade and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because he, like
The
Wade
only
was,
difference was he broke the fourth wall as Deadpool.
Wade was always jokey and sarcastic, but yeah, as Deadpool,
Not to that extent.
And,
I don't
and could
know if
rep
he
a B.
was-
Arthur tank top a lot better.
There wasn't enough distinction between like the Deadpool level of crazy and this like kind of sarcastic guy.
I feel like you're the only person with that criticism.
No, I'm not.
All right. What did you think of the format? How it kept kind of going back with the origin and catching you up? Did you like that? Did you wish it was just all from beginning to end without flashbacks or what? So I know some
I could
people
take or leave.
like to differ on
I think they
depending on the film.
I thought it worked.
yeah, I think that's the only
maybe
thing
spent a
they did.
little too much time doing that, but as the format overall, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I
I think
think
it got to like they spent too long in flashback once they got into the Weapon X thing.
Yeah, well, that's what the beauty of the film was. It was a blessing in disguise that Deadpool's portrayal in Wolverine Origins was so butchered
Yeah.
that Ryan Reynolds every day was on the studio.
Oh, yeah.
You know, hovering over them to give Deadpool another chance. And
Yeah.
And he pretty much like was in charge of the movie.
'Cause
Like,
say-
you
yeah.
know, the director obviously has most control over movies,
Yeah.
but he,
it was that guy's first.
Yeah.
which he
Feature.
did a really good job
Yeah.
with like a feature-length film.
Why it was his first feature? You know, you stumble sometimes.
like, I think
He's a
his
rookie.
His next film probably be a lot better.
Like, I think it was one of those things. I
It's
mean,
probably
because
gonna
like
be Deadpool too.
because Ryan Reynolds hired the writers who wrote this script, and I know like
Jerry
you know,
Duggan and Brian Posehn.
I forget their names, but he
So you
hired
can't- you
them.
can't
So
just
imagine
sit there. You
Their
don't
names
know.
are the real heroes.
They just
yeah,
went
the
under.
real heroes. Thank you.
They went under
reference man.
pseudonyms.
But
That's what they do in Hollywood.
But I imagine whether he knew Tim Miller, I think the director,
Yeah.
like whether they knew each other or he saw potential and was kind of like, yeah, let's have that guy direct. Because really he had done directing like commercials and like I think in video games and
He
stuff like
He
that.
directed the test footage.
Yeah, he
So-
he directed the test
You didn't
footage.
direct your ass.
So I mean, again, I thought he did a really good job for his first feature length film. Because I mean, like he kept the tone, the pacing, and everything. I thought really worked. What are you doing with that water plant? Okay.
Let's say Wolverine, the film was better than it was, which isn't saying much, but just took it up a notch. It was just kind of average. You know, some people like it, fine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough to urge for a Deadpool solo film.
Yeah.
What do we think would have happened with the Deadpool character as of today? Would the film have been made now? Would it be kind of just on the back burner for the
Yeah.
Marvel
Reynolds
business?
would've pushed for it.
Yeah.
'Cause
What
he-
if he was somewhat satisfied with the Wolverine?
I think he would have pushed for it because he
Yeah, I
was-
still think he would have pushed for it, but how
Yeah.
hard and how soon would it have been? Because it still took
I'd
7
say-
years.
It probably would have taken a couple more
I
years.
think we might have gotten it sooner actually. Because
Yeah, that's another argument right there.
Yeah, okay.
because
Because
he was pushing for a Deadpool movie even before that.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be the character Deadpool, and they said, okay, well, we're gonna sew his mouth shut and give him like weird blades on his hands, and he's like, that doesn't sound very good, and they just said, okay, we'll get someone else. So that's why he did it at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I think if they had maybe done the character some kind of justice, like to the degree that they did any of the X-Men movies, which is not much but better than
Yeah.
that.
hmm
I think he would
In
have
all those
probably.
Wolverine movies.
I think he would have pushed for it. I think he would have got it, but I don't think it would have been as good. But we would
Would
have
have
got
been better.
we would have got it sooner, but it would have been more in line with the other X-Men movies.
Well, because his role was so forgettable in that film, the casual moviegoer probably doesn't even remember that character
I've
being
talked to
within.
Yeah, I've talked to people who've said Deadpool was in that.
Yeah, people that maybe don't have as much knowledge on just comics in general were probably thinking this is the first time Deadpool's
Yeah.
ever been revealed. You know,
Yeah.
to,
They probably didn't get
to
that
the
like,
audience.
that joke in the movie where
Yeah, probably just understood a couple Green Lantern
There were too many
references, and
Hugh
that's
Jackman
it.
References.
We're not
That
enough.
way.
I liked it. Yeah.
I would have wanted
I mean,
more.
if that Australian guy was here,
Hugh Jackman's
he probably
cool
would
guy.
have loved it. But
It fondled his
I mean,
bowls.
I feel like,
it's
you
one
you
is
of,
fine. But
you of
like,
all people, Dave, should have appreciated the Hugh Jackman references because that's from your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
You're a local
Australian.
Australian man.
don't know what
Mate.
you're talking about.
I've actually been to there, but I didn't see Hugh Jackman.
Isn't he just like?
I thought they were just a bunch of
Isn't he a god? To them?
Jackman and Hemsworth lookalikes just patrolling the city.
Yeah.
Not them specifically, but you
Yeah.
know their offspring.
When
Bunch
are
of
we gonna get a
li-
Thor
I mean, the
Wolverine
Hemsworths.
movie?
The Hemsworths are like the Kennedys over there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like Luke Hemsworth, I
mean,
think,
saw
is
them
the
on,
president.
Like, I saw them on TV and posters and everything. But
Not
I didn't,
everyone hates Mel Gibson.
I didn't see Hugh.
Yeah.
What you we talking about?
Which
Yeah.
one played Wolverine?
Tom Hardy.
But okay,
I can see that.
so do you think the sequel will be better though, Dave?
Spoiler alert: Cable's gonna be in it.
Yeah, Cable's gonna be.
Because since
If
it
they
will
cast
be
him
his,
right, Ron Perlman.
since it will be Miller's second film, most likely
we
will.
know that for sure.
I think it's more. Or
I
less
would
confirmed
lean
that
on the
they're gonna be-
fence
Yeah.
towards yes.
Yeah.
But if say it is Miller's second film, as you previously stated in this podcast, that his next film will
We
probably
learn
be
from his
better.
mistakes.
Yes.
I don't
Which
know, I'm
they're-
just trying to
they're
be
really
positive.
weren't
I have
any
no
mistakes.
idea.
What
It
what
could be
storyline
worse.
would you like to see them follow? Since we've already got the origin
Well, since
developed,
we know Cable's going to be in there.
and we get
Yeah.
Cable, which was pretty decent comic line.
But it doesn't necessarily have to adapt that either.
No. But
They
if
could
they
use-
even want to get some inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine like most comic readers, that they're ecstatic that Cable's even going to be in it at all. They'll just be like, "What?
Yeah.
Cable's going to be in it?"
Specifically, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sort of the beauty of the character that more or less do anything that they'd have to
Go off the wall anywhere,
Yeah.
any direction.
Going off the rails on a crazy train,
Exactly.
which they could do.
And speaking
Oi,
of,
oi,
the
oi.
soundtrack was horrible.
I thought
You don't like Wham?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Wham?
which apparently the
I love
song-
Wham.
The song that they play.
Wham's
The
awesome.
Deadpool rap is from the video game.
But no, like the song they played, like kind of like the song he's listening to on the highway. Apparently, that song came out the very same day the first Deadpool appearance was,
Same year.
or same year, yeah,
Yeah, 93.
yeah, 93.
His
So,
first solo series.
Yep. So I just thought that was kind of a cool thing,
A fun fact.
a fun little
If you will.
fact.
All right,
Yeah.
another spoiler, I guess. What'd you think of the ending credit scene?
It's a little disappointing. I mean, for a post-credit scene, he's just there.
Where you want Nick
talking.
Fury?
There's your low budget.
Well, yeah, what do you want, Dave?
He's not even in the full costume.
Sam Jackson.
I will
and
say
an eye
this.
patch and a saucy number.
I was
Mine's saucy
hoping,
number.
I was hoping that
Do you not like
Wolverine.
Ferris Bueller?
Have you seen Ferris
Have
Bueller?
you seen Ferris Bueller? And do
I
you
took
like
a day
it?
off, and I've seen some of it. I don't remember much.
But no,
Remember
like
that scene?
I will,
'Cause that was in it.
I will say this
Bueller.
though. I would have
That too.
liked the post credit if Wolverine had cameoed, but aside from that, like that was really my only complaint, if that.
It's like, this is what we might do in the next one.
I did
Yeah.
kind of think that
You don't want to be spoon fed, do you?
in
It
the
almost just felt like Ryan Reynolds was talking to us in the mask. He wasn't even playing.
I mean,
Maybe he's
they
just
they
so-
essentially
What actors
are.
do, they
They
play?
essentially are one and the same.
yeah, they are both Canadian.
They're
See,
methodical.
there you go. They're pretty much like the same.
Yet he
height and
served
everything.
for U.S.
Yeah.
Army, but
I will say, I thought the U.S. Air Force, right?
yeah.
When he went into space and got
Yeah.
all green and shit. I will say, when I saw the opening credits and it said a gratuitous cameo, I thought that might be Wolverine.
Yeah,
But I realized it was referring to Stan Lee, and his best cameo yet.
yeah, that was a great cameo.
Okay, and
Stripperella.
Taste.
oh yeah, that was great. After we initially saw it with you, you were kind of torn on the Colossus as a whole because you like Colossus.
Yeah, I like the character, and
I didn't know-
I
you weren't
get
sure
what they
about
were
your
doing,
portrayal.
but it's like,
Was he too by the rules for you, or
I mean, not even too by the rules. He was too much of a parody.
okay? Okay,
I
I
get
can
it.
live with that.
Yeah,
I
I
can
think-
live with
I
that.
get it.
Yeah.
What the movie is.
You've made some good points. I won't lie.
Oh, I think,
you
like,
made some good points.
If we
They
see,
just kind of made a joke of the character.
I think if we see Colossus in like say an X-Men movie though, then he'll be less of a parody, and more like badass.
Yeah.
Potentially, who knows what's going on
Yeah.
with these X-Men movies?
I'm just, that's just
Timelines.
Yeah, the
leaves after
timelines
the
are
next
too
one.
confusing.
After everybody leaves after the next one.
that's just my assumption though.
McAvoy or Stewart?
Just
Yeah.
bring Stewart back.
He is in the,
For everything.
Wolverine,
Might
the next Wolverine.
potentially.
movie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The R-rated Wolverine.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Which would be great.
This will
Could
become
only-
Fox's thing, having these R-rated films. I hope.
Probably.
That'd
I
be
think
their
only
thing.
only if it lends
all,
like if an R rating
but
lends to the
enough.
character, like Wolverine, Deadpool. I think they lend themselves to an R rating.
X-Force, definitely.
That'd be really nice. But if they did like a Cyclops R movie, it's like it'd be a little.
Could.
You could. I don't think it would.
Summers.
I don't like
Some
Cyclops.
banging scenes with Jim Gray.
Oh,
Jim Gordon.
Well, if the next Deadpool movie's
Yeah.
taking that turn.
But
He is
Jim
pansexual.
Gray and Emma Frost.
the Lexington mayor making his big debut.
Lexington, Canada.
yeah. But oh, since we're gone about like 20 minutes, any other defenses, Dave?
And he,
Don't feel like I'm
we're
defending
trying to
myself.
You
convince
defend
you,
yourself.
but
You're on-
Dave,
you're on trial.
Dave, you're wrong.
You are wrong.
This movie was great.
Am I though?
You are.
It was like a
You
straight.
guys just like so against logic and good taste.
No, we just
It was
like
like a
fun.
straight
We like
adaptation.
fun.
we suspend our disbelief walking into
They literally
Yeah.
a
just like,
theater.
took the character off the page onto the screen.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that.
because you don't like fun.
They made some adjustments. You who hasn't really read any Deadpool comics.
I've read.
Both of us who have.
I've read enough Deadpool comics to where
I've read more than you have
know.
at this point, probably. Probably not,
I
actually.
have no
but
idea.
I have no
Deadpool competition.
I've read this issue number 70.
I picked up on 17,
I
went to
stuck with it
47.
through the,
1984.
I stuck with it through the Duggan.
I've got New
Some of it.
New Mutants
I-
98 all the way till
dropped off
After
there.
that first story, well, no, it was later than that. It was once he had
I did
Black
Dead
Lady
Presidents
instead.
and a few more. Then I picked up
Just
the
got stupid after
recently released and quit after like 2.
Yeah, because
and
it's still
just
Jerry Duggan.
Pray and hope Daniel Way comes back.
Or even the guy Nick Spencer running it.
Yeah.
Because it was.
Yeah, I would like him
That's
too.
what kind of.
What's Daniel
well
Way
aligns
doing
to
right
what
now?
Used to, I think he's doing one of the new Avengers or something. isn't
Okay,
he?
Nick
No,
Spencer?
no, he
Daniel Way.
Nick Way.
Oh.
Nick Way.
Nick Ray,
Tired. But
Daniel Spencer,
I don't know what I was saying.
Stanley.
Daniel-
What's Stan Lee doing these days?
Starring cameos.
Really is his career now.
Yeah.
No, he's like 93.
Yeah, he's in his. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
He
glad
got-
he's. I'm glad he's
And if someone who's met
around.
Stan Lee, he wouldn't like this movie either.
That's why he was in it.
For the paycheck, like everyone else.
No, he's even said that like he enjoys all of his cameos, in particular the
I'm sure he
Deadpool
enjoys
one.
doing them.
Yeah.
Like the movies themselves. It's like I asked him when I met him.
I
Well,
don't
okay.
think he would be in a. I don't
His
think he
favorite
would-
was Iron Man.
I
I
don't
don't think
think-
that's gonna change.
I don't think he would cameo in a movie that he didn't like because
Like
he
Fantastic
Yeah, he
Four.
wasn't in that.
No.
It
All
was
right,
not-
where does
no.
Deadpool rank on your scale
Yeah.
amongst
Dead
other?
last. I mean,
Somewhere in the
better than
middle.
Wolverine Origins, certainly. I didn't see Fantastic Four.
How would you compare
It'd be
it
better
to?
than
Yeah,
that.
it'd be better. Trust me.
How would you compare it to our choices for worst superhero movie from the debate?
I
Obviously,
don't remember.
uh,
Here's one.
mine was Origins, Wolverine, so
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern,
Hulk.
Sulk.
03 Hulk.
Not as good as Hulk.
Really?
On par with Green Lantern.
What?
No.
No.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Ryan Reynolds is kind of just a lateral move either way.
No, 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 no.
Comparing any
Ryan Reynolds was good as
No.
Green
But they
Lantern.
changed
It was
it.
it was
As
just
soon
the
as they
writing
changed it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the directing.
Yeah, the writing was bad.
It wasn't his fault.
No, it really
It
wasn't.
was bad.
Like, he was actually fine as Hal Jordan, but no.
And he met his future wife on
Yeah.
set, like I've said. So it
he
was
got
a
something-
win-win.
He got
Future
something out
wife
of
of
it.
the moment.
Yeah.
Will I go and
Maybe
break
he'll
up
marry
with their
this
marriage
chick.
for him?
Because he can't have a collaboration with Black Widow because it'd just be too awkward tension off screen.
Yeah, he can't be in a Marvel movie.
No.
because-
But really?
I actually wouldn't be
You think
surprised
it's on
if
par
that's
with
true.
Green Lantern?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. If, like contractually, like just
Maybe.
like, I'm not working with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't be
even if you
surprised.
guys buy out Fox,
They
or
just have to get a
whatever, I'm
stand
not
in
working
and
with
let him record his lines.
Somebody's in the suit.
But really? On par with Green Lantern?
About.
No. No.
Well,
Like,
let's pump the brakes here.
okay,
You might be
hold on,
getting
hold
ahead
on,
of yourself.
hold
When's the
on.
last time you even saw Green Lantern? Your mind could be clouded.
Theaters.
Okay, it's almost
'Cause
5
it's
years.
bad. You only need to see it once because you're like, oh, that movie's garbage.
Would you watch Deadpool again?
Not
Would you red box it?
heavy liquor?
It's not that bad where you need liquor to get through it. You're lying.
How would you compare? How would you compare it to Pacific Rim? This is the one I've been waiting to ask. No matter how you answer, I'm gonna be mad at you.
Pacific Rim was
Better or
terrible.
worse than Pulp Fiction?
No, it was worse than Pulp Fiction. Which I never said I hated.
Okay, Pacific Rim, better or worse?
Only slightly better because of the cast.
All
I'm not
right,
sure how to feel about that one.
all right.
I'll-
First
I'll-
positive
you
thing
gotta-
I said about that movie.
I'll accept that
Your
answer.
Deadpool rating. You got to get about 5 popcorns. How many popcorns we going?
Out of
3 is good film. 3.5. It's leaning towards possible multiple viewings. I could sit through it again. It wouldn't be my first choice, but if it's on again, I'll watch it. 4 multiple viewings. 4.5 close to the drill.
1.3.
Oh, we're going
What?
point.
Wow.
I don't know what that, like a 1 and a kernel, like half a kernel.
Like that's already been on the floor.
And like not a clean form.
I feel
Yeah.
like you're being too harsh on
Like
the movie.
Franklin Square pre-renovation.
The movie's fine.
If you get that reference, then you know it.
Like, I really feel like you're being too harsh and judgmental on this movie. It's fine. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. My God, man.
So even you're admitting, like, it's not even as good as I said it was. It's,
Did
like, it's just fine.
Did we see the same movie?
Yeah, I'm starting to think you, like,
I think
were-
you.
We,
We didn't see it together, so.
Well,
Yeah, but, like,
I'm thinking
Did
this
I go
might.
into a different theater or
This
something?
might-
were you drunk or something?
Well, we were
Were
with
you?
No.
Me and Jordan were with you, but I'm thinking this might confirm a little suspicion I've had. This movie seemed too good to be true for me. So, every time...
Yeah, am I still just riding the high? Am I still riding the high from this film?
I've seen it 3 times now. When I first saw it, I thought, that was too perfect. Did I fall asleep and did they play X-Men Origins 2 while I was sleeping? And I just dreamt up the perfect Deadpool
I was
movie?
at the dentist office. They put me to sleep. Had a great dream. It was an hour and 40 minutes.
So maybe that's what
A pure,
happened.
perfect Deadpool.
Maybe that happened to all of us, and we had the same dream, and Dave...
Well, yeah, it's easy to get caught up like when we go to a midnight premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Same with like Star Wars or
Yeah.
something big.
I've kind of come down
You're
on
in a-
that story. I liked it a lot, but I'm seeing some of the criticisms now.
Well, I mean,
Star
that's
Wars,
natural
but-
for
yeah,
anything.
I don't
but,
dislike it by any means at all.
Yeah.
It's a
Still
movie.
great, yeah.
but that's how you're going to be influenced by your audience in a good way
You shut your whore mouth.
or a bad way. So
Yeah,
that can be another thing. But that's why you do the multiple viewings to see kind of where it lies.
Okay.
Objectively,
So-
watch it again.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So where
Why would I put myself through that?
okay, so where'd you rank Deadpool with let's say with the first
I already did this one.
the first three X-Men movies? Because we all know First Class and Days of Future Past are the best X-Men
Better than
movies.
those.
And I could get the argument that they're better than Deadpool. I can kind of see that. So where would you rank them with X-Men, X2, and Last Stand? Because Last Stand
It's been
sucks.
quite a while since I've seen the first 3 X-Men movies.
I liked X2.
X2 is probably
It was fine.
Is my
I mean, it doesn't hold up.
Favorite,
but it was
probably.
fine at the time.
yeah.
of those.
X 1, 2, 3 Deadpool.
What?
Oh, not over 3.
What? But 3 sucked.
They disintegrated Patrick Stewart,
and
He
like
had
Cyclops
to die at
was
some point.
yeah.
and then he came back in his
What?
comatose twin's body or something.
What?
Very
No.
true to the comics.
No. What? This is dumb.
You're dumb.
That's offensive.
You're a girl.
Okay.
Even more offensive.
You've mislabeled my gender, sir. and it's a front
I'm
to
still
my
in the
person.
process
I
of
feel
identifying.
Okay,
sexually
so
molested right now.
I don't know how Dave didn't like Deadpool, or sure it's not. I could understand maybe it's not your favorite comic book movie, but like on
Might
par
be
with
mine,
Green
actually.
Lantern, and it's worse than X-Men 3. No, I don't see. I don't see that as like
I foresee
a
some
plausible-
friendships about to dissolve after
No,
this
like it's
recording.
like I'm not even that passionate about like Deadpool as a character. It's just
Finally react to my hatred.
in terms of film, it's a better made film.
I gotta say, this is like what I've been waiting to see from you this whole time, Jake.
Like, I don't see it as a plausible thing that could be true. That
Because
baffles
it's
me.
not.
Oh! Wait, what?
What?
Breaking news.
So, what was that?
I've been lying this whole time. Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I
It's just
I
better
don't know
than Green
anymore.
Lantern.
And X3.
don't. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I think I can sleep easy now because those movies are awful.
Yeah, I enjoyed the film.
So basically, this
It
whole
was
thing is
more of
for
a Daniel
nothing.
Way feel.
We've been
It
like.
wasn't for nothing. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
The intervention worked. You're healed. You like it now.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's what happened.
Power of magic.
You kind of figured it out. You're just like, this can't be true. And it's not.
But your reputation,
It is forever ruined.
we fogged it enough
Yeah.
to where he could believe that
Yeah.
there was some hate.
So,
But
yeah,
I like it didn't entirely surprise me because you
Yeah,
don't like
see?
fun.
that's Actually, as soon as the credits, the animated credits ended, and the regular credits started, I turned to both of them and I said, "All right, so we got to tell Jake that Dave hated it."
Because it's believable.
I know.
It is.
That's why.
I would have believed it
That's why,
too.
That's why it worked.
Well done.
So yeah, we've been fucking with you for like a good few days now.
Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Dave, you deserve
It
an
was kind of
Oscar.
hard to find bad things to say.
Let's get Dave hashtagging for an Oscar.
He is white.
That's supposed to. When is the Oscars
I mean,
again?
I've
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, see, we got time.
If anyone should win over DiCaprio, it's me.
Yeah, I'd be okay.
You have a better shot than he does.
Best supporting actor, David Wright, Pasty
Well,
Pale
I-
Productions.
YouTube video.
I hear the bear gave a good performance.
But I think there's a better chance Dave will get nominated if we actually have a real bear attack Dave.
Okay.
I'm willing to go for it. It's,
All right.
Or just a guy dressed in a bear costume if we
Yeah.
can't find a real bear.
Well,
or that guy that works for Ant-Man.
Man, bear, pig.
surely we can break into like a zoo or something like that and just throw Dave in the bear pen.
I'm
I like
up
that.
for
I mean, if
going
it
to
wouldn't be an
Louisville.
Oscar,
You're just mad at Dave because he tricked you so well, aren't you?
No, actually, that was really well done. I'm impressed. Because again, it's so believable that Dave would hate.
Kind of
Because
is, isn't it?
You've been living a lie for 3 days.
Yeah.
it's gonna. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Are you relieved, Dave, that you can now talk about your love
I
for
guess.
Deadpool?
I still probably didn't like it as much as you guys. I didn't think it was.
All right, the
perfect
real,
movie.
real
let's-
popcorn,
before
real popcorn
before we wrap
scale.
this up, what are your
I did
real?
enjoy it. I wasn't blown away by it or anything.
All right, Daniel
I may
Way.
have
Was
built
it
up
similar
a
to
little bit too much
Daniel
in my
Way?
head because Brian Posehn and Jerry Duggan, it kind of hurt the character. My enthusiasm for the character certainly, and seeing the trailers and stuff, especially the Red Man trailer,
Mhm.
like most excited I've been for Deadpool in a while, like since Daniel Way left.
Yeah.
But even towards the end of his run wasn't quite as.
I think it was almost like
done with it.
Mark Wade's Daredevil.
I think someone had to be going with something else.
Yeah.
Political in the
Not as
background.
not as bad as
No, it was
Wade,
just
but
kinda
like you're getting
It's
the
tough,
axe,
yeah,
and there's
like,
nothing we
I
can
don't
do
have any
about
more
it.
ideas.
Yeah.
Less political. Just kind of like I've been doing this for
Mhm.
long enough. Like I like the character because he still wrote him in Thunderbolts,
Okay.
but just like as a main character, I think he was kind of like,
Yeah.
it's time to move on.
He did write for the Deadpool video game.
Did he?
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Fitting. He should have written this movie.
So what would
Nothing.
like a
Popcorn
yeah.
scale out of 5. How many fresh, buttery, juicy
I
Cinemark?
like this. I like the scale system we got going on.
I stole it from another podcast.
Oh, damn it! No wonder it sounds so good.
How many Green Lanterns?
Can't come up with anything original.
How many lanterns?
How many Green Lanterns?
How many blue lanterns you holding up?
If
Because each one means different things.
well,
so-
all right. How many Green
which
Lanterns?
scale am I using now?
All right, Green Lanterns out of 5. 5 means it was horrible. 0 means it was perfect.
Or you can just give popcorns.
It's the reverse.
Yeah, what's
Let's
your
do popcorns.
What's your popcorn
This
rating?
is getting too confusing. I think I'm gonna go back to popcorn. But,
How many stars? That's the one actual people use.
No,
We're different.
this is a
Stars
movie
are
thing,
gay.
so-
I mean happy.
Miracles.
How many miracles out of 5?
It's not that
How
hard.
many Jenners?
Just give it a 1 out of 5 rating. It doesn't matter what noun it is. Jesus. How many Jesus out of 5?
How many disciples?
Probably like 4.5.
All right.
Alright.
Oh, that's great.
I think that's
No,
fair.
I enjoyed it. Again, didn't blow me
That's
away.
multiple viewings. Almost
I've only
everything
seen it
was.
once, so-
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Would you see it again?
depending on your scale.
All right.
I do still sort of stand by the whole. There wasn't enough. Of
It's only 1/2 star off, so it
between-
can't be that much criticism.
Between Wade and Deadpool.
I mean, even I'll say my one criticism of the movie is that Deadpool didn't seem crazy enough.
I can see that
Give it
changing though in future
I mean,
films.
That's like a nitpick.
Yeah.
I'd still
Yeah.
give the film like a 9.99 out of 10.
And especially considering
Yeah.
how well the movie did, watch
There are
him go
4.
like even.
I probably do. I
more
mean, I'd still do a
full
I didn't
blown.
4.5
immediately just think
or
it was
5
perfect.
popcorns for sure.
I
It
like
might be
Pushing
my,
towards 5.
It's probably my favorite Fox Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is for me right now.
Probably
Hard-
probably a
I'd have
top.
to see it again.
Probably a tie between that and First Class.
That
for me.
and Days of Future Past for me.
I kind of like.
Yeah, I was about to say
Past
Days of
First
Future
Class.
Past,
I like
Both are
Action.
great.
Yeah.
but I'd have to watch Deadpool again
All right.
to
So
say it
yeah,
more fairly.
Turned out.
yeah. I think we all did a very good job of just fucking with Jake for like
In the spirit of Deadpool.
Like
4 days. Yeah.
I would rate this ruse. I'd rate this ruse. Dave gets an Oscar for his performance, and you guys get like a best screenplay nomination.
We tried to egg
Say
you on,
the word.
keep
Yeah,
you going
say
a
the
little
words.
bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was a good ruse.
As long as we're not getting
integral
any.
players.
You're all fired.
You already
You already
fired
fired
us.
us, so-
I saw that in your review.
I heard that.
I heard that.
Okay.
That's all I listened to of it. So that's what I heard.
Once I heard I was fired, I clicked stop and
That's what made me
felt no
want-
more need to
Yeah,
listen.
that's
Well,
what
I mean,
made
I had
it.
to go fill out job applications. Sue me.
That is what made it.
I have to get paid. I have a family to raise.
That's why we made this whole.
All my
elaborate
ROTC
scheme.
nominations down the drain.
But
You know, I had to get a paper route, and it was really hard. You know, I had to like collect cats, skin them, for
okay. Anyways,
money for
Um,
their fur.
stop talking now. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, I got this.
But yeah, this was the Deadpool review. Dave hating Deadpool, but not really hating.
Just like they'll do to me during the Oscars.
Exactly.
Flying you off.
So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know what your rating is via popcorn, stars, whatever.
I'm a
Green Lantern.
dinosaur.
Green Lanterns, whatever your
I'm a
rating scale. And until
dinosaur.
next time, everyone, cheers.